When Mafia: The Old Country was first announced, I was hugely excited for it. I love the series and was always hoping to see another entry from it. I'm one of those fans that has enjoyed and honestly loved each one of the entries, from the very first, even including the remake of 1, and especially 3. These games are generally underrated, some more than others, and in some ways they also are rather old-fashioned. As it pertains to the series, I find their writing and storytelling to be some of the best the industry has to offer. They are thoroughly engaging stories about the mob, along with how they are told, especially with the case for Mafia 3 and how it uses multiple storytelling techniques to then convey its narrative. But when it came to the Old Country, I was excited and of course very interested in it. My hope is that it would be something that would be in line with the series. Even with my love of Mafia 3, the new entry should and smartly go back to how things were done in the first 2 games. The majority of the franchise fans want that, and I say give that to them. After getting to spend some time with Mafia: The Old Country, for one, I really like it, and it also feels delightfully old-fashioned.
You hang back, I will do the introductions.
Leone, Leone.
You ever work around here or just sit around and play games?
Oh, un momento.
Merda!
We aim to keep our minds sharp, at least I do.
This is Enzo. He's been helping us out. He's a good kid, learns quick.
I hope he learns quicker than this one.
Shall we?
Of course. Inside.
Playing Mafia: The Old Country does bring me back to when we were seeing more bigger developers and publishers make single-player focused experiences, story-focused ones too. Now you could make the argument that Sony has been doing this for the last several years, as they've pretty much switched to only doing that. And while I think more of their earlier efforts were a lot better than what we've seen so far, like say the first Last of Us, Uncharted, Days Gone, and Ghost of Tsushima, I think many of their recent outings have either been unwarranted, like say The Last of Us Part 2, also being outright bad, or in other situations where the games are very story focused but contain a heavy level of bloat that can make it hard to really press on with the title. Something like Mafia, linear, story focused, lots of cutscenes, familiar gameplay. Telling its tale through its chapter style, and even just early on right here, it's good and familiar. Along with that, we have a game going for more of a shorter runtime, and as a father who loves gaming, getting more games like this, I'm very happy about that. The moderate pacing is a plus as well, as the player is eased into the world, introduced to the bigger players, seeing conflicts start to develop, and even dipping into the common cliches of the genre. I feel like I'm playing something older for this game, like I was the target audience for it too.
I am sorry to say it's a little, light.
Trouble.
The Guarda has been difficult lately. More inspections, more eyes everywhere.
The new chief has brought in some of his own people. He got the foremen looking over their shoulders.
So go remind them how things work.
Exactly.
Anything we can lend a hand with?
The shortfall is due to a shipment that was taken into the customs warehouse before we got to it. Unexpected change of personnel.
We have a buyer.
Sure. But do you have a plan?
Need you ask?
You two, with Leo. And keep things quiet, alright?
And what? You sit here scratching your balls?
We have business to discuss.
Come on, let's go.
Franco Nero d'Avola. You see, I asked him to stand the places.
Something that I always found rather humorous when seeing people discuss the Mafia games is that you can tell who are the longtime fans and those that are just visitors for the series. When the game is shown off or advertised, you get the usual comments where people are comparing Mafia to GTA, which is not a one-for-one type of game. Mafia, while it does usually have a big open map, it really isn't an open world game in the same sense as say Grand Theft Auto, with GTA having a wealth of freedom and optional quests and stuff to do, This sort of stuff is rather limiting in the Mafia games. While some intended to have more thorough stuff like this, like say look at the cut content for Mafia 2, which apparently a bunch of modders are reviving that on PC. Or would say with the first game having a free ride mode, but it wasn't like there was sideline content to really explore. Mafia 3 was built a bit more like a traditional open world game, and while I really enjoyed that one, it's still seen as the black sheep of the franchise. I would generally describe the Mafia games as single-player story-focused titles that take place within an open space. The story and those related linear missions will fully use that space, but Mafia traditionally is not an open world game. During the development of Mafia: The Old Country, I remember an interview where it seemed like the developers were saying all the right things. They wanted to focus on what made Mafia 1 and 2 great, so Old Country would then follow suit. Even though I love Mafia 3, this was the smart path to move in. It has been years, probably close to about a decade, since we've had a new mainline entry outside of the remake, plus having a new game be a prequel, again, a smart choice. A bunch of this all factors into that old-fashioned nature to it. The style of the game, the period it is within, the choice to not go modern. Going back in time, keeping it more of a period piece Mafia tale than something in modern day, I really like that as well. So the long and the short of it is that Mafia: The Old Country, at least so far, seems to fit right in with the key tenets of the series with a fresh new game. As a longtime fan, I like what I see, even just from its opening hours.
It's not enough. You wouldn't turn down a kindness, would you?
I am almost finished.
Bene. Shall we? He's enjoying some refreshment. Besides, his attention's on other things.
Grazie.
Most of my time with Mafia: The Old Country has been doing simple gameplay bits, familiar action parts, and then even engaging a lot with a lot of the characters and its story. I do want to state this now too, that while I'm greatly enjoying what is provided here, maybe it all falls apart later on or has some bumps in the road at some point too. But the way this game's opening hours are, it's refreshingly old-fashioned and something I want to see alive and well as more games are made in the future. Mafia is sort of positioning itself as a mid-tier type of game, with a higher end AA pricing to it. It's not a full price $70 game. Yes, you're not getting all the gameplay here either, like say you would see in a big open world game. You are getting a linear focus game, and with the addition of that free ride, potentially more content then being added down the line. Even with how early on with Mafia I am, I was able to give free ride a try, but outside of grabbing and finding some collectibles, the most useful netting me more money, there wasn't really much to do yet in this space. I know that there are stealth and combat challenges, and the potential of those greatly adds more replay value to the game as a whole. As a series not really known for having side content or expansive stuff like that, these additions to Free Ride do have me curious. One, if more stuff is then planned and on the way, maybe it will be added in the future, sort of providing a more robust post-game or free game-like option for the player to be able to get into, where players can then switch between the story and secondary content as they see. Something I talked about a little bit before with Mafia not really big into having. This series was always a linear story-focused game, not GTA. And while I do not think Mafia will turn into GTA, the free ride mode seemed like it has a lot of potential here to continue to add and grow to it. As of right now, I enjoyed riding my horse and getting some money. The story missions are a highlight with excellent presentation outside of some stutters, wonderful soundtrack, and a cliched yet very entertaining story. I plan on making more videos as I keep going with this title. Also, I wanted to thank Fanatical for providing me with a code so that I could cover this game on the channel. If you're interested in buying any of the Mafia titles or any PC games, check out the Fanatical site, and they usually end up being a bit cheaper there too. Make sure to use my affiliate link, as anything you purchase for yourself will be very helpful to the channel. Thank you for watching, and what are your thoughts on Mafia: The Old Country? Have you tried it? Let me know all of this in the comments down down below. If you're interested in supporting the channel, please check out my Patreon page. For just $1 a month, you can help to keep this channel going strong, and this allows me to be able to do more for my awesome audience. Please check out the links in the description and pinned comment for ways to support the channel. And most of all, thank you very much for watching.